Home in the valley, home in the city. Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway. Home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning,
Or
I'm
Duke,
burning for you.
seriously now, come on.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
I'm going to be covered in cat hair. Seriously. Come here.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Ouch, what the heck are you clawing me for? You know, I'm going to claw you. That hurts. Seriously, dude. That really hurts. How would you like it if I called you? So now you're going to bite me. Yeah, my cat's here. He woke up. He was sleeping and he woke up. And I'm covered in cat hair. Ugh. How's everybody doing on this beautiful... Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? It's Tuesday, right? Oh, Helen, hi. Your Sir Duke is going to get it. Hi, little Irish girl. Hey, Brittany. SWTC, hey. Language of Horses, how are you? KCG. Oh, this cat. Look, get out of my cords. Go play with the ball. Go play with your toy. You're not getting no more goodies right now. Look at you. You're a Teletubby. I'm going to catch so much hell at your vet appointment next month. You are so far overweight, I'm going to get yelled at. Ouch. He just told me. Anyway, beautiful day outside. Kids are going to want to jump in the pool, but yeah, maybe tomorrow. One more day of the sun. It was ready, and then we got that cold snap, and ouch! That's it. You're going in the house. I've had it. That's it. Nope. Go. Go. Go to bed. Oh, he's being ornery as hell. Hey, Becca. He knows there's a treat, a bag treat sitting here, but he had treats, and he can't have any right this minute because, he's getting a little too big. And the vet's going to give me hell about his weight. But he's a big cat. He doesn't he doesn't eat that much. The dog usually spills his food everywhere. But hey, T Marie, you listening at work? I got home from Colorado and it's colder here. It's colder there than Colorado. You was in Colorado? It's a beautiful state. I loved it when we were out there. We spent a good bit of time out there. My husband built. It was before our son. This was years ago. Before our son started school, he built communication towers for AT&T. We were out there for the winter. Oh my God, the winters in Colorado are horrible. And they'd do them towers with all in an ice storm. I went out there one time. I seen him way up there, and see my husband replaced the guy that fell and died. I didn't know that either till then. But yeah, I was glad when he left that job and it was time for our son to start school. So enough the traveling, time to go settle down, get him in school. It's 53. 53 on Milwaukee. That's where my kids is extended. Well, I guess well, she's still their grandma, even though we adopted them or in the process of. Duke, if you pull my cords out, I'm putting you in timeout. That's it. That's it. You're done. You're done. Go. Go to the house. Go in the house. Ooh, you're ornery today. Colorado's beautiful, though. It is a beautiful state. That's back then. I would have stayed in Colorado if my husband would have wanted to. I would have never went back home. I'd have just stayed in Colorado. My sister's out there. She's been out there for years. Hey, twin thing. Run, Duke. Yeah, Duke's going to run, all right. Sir Duke's going to get pile zoomed to the moon in about 2 seconds. Oh, don't look at me like that. Now I feel bad. Come here. Oh, my gosh. He can look at you with them big sad eyes and, it melts your heart. But I know I'm going to catch hell. He goes, is it the first week of April? To the vet for his yearly checkup. I know I'm going to catch hell. Because he's a Teletubby. But he's just such a big tomcat. I mean, he's big boned. And he really, a little bag of cat food will last him 2.5, 3 weeks. He's not, and he doesn't eat dog food. He's not an overeater except with goodies. But oh, Dolly. Oh, these tragedy pimps. Let me tell you, Betty, girlfriend, I don't know why I'm the only one calling you out right now. I don't understand it. Everybody's calling JLR and Dolly out. Granted, they deserve it. But girl, you need called out too. You seriously need called out. Hey, Jake. Dolly adds no value whatsoever. No, he does not. You are so spot on. Let's be honest here. They are there for the clicks, the views, and the money. That's it. That's all it's about for them. Because if it was truly about helping, you would honor and respect what law enforcement and the real searchers, the certified legal searchers, are trying to do. You wouldn't be trespassing. You wouldn't be bothering the neighborhoods. And you damn sure wouldn't be live streaming the whole time. You're there simply for your own selfish needs for content. Who the hell cares about the bowling alley? How's JLR showing the bowling alley for? What? They're being crime tourists. What I've been calling them for months. Oh, Montana's a beautiful state too. My husband wants a hunting cabin there so bad. Yeah, winters are rough, I'm sure. I am perpetually pissed right now. All of them can F up. I hear you, little Irish girl. Yes, Jake. Very well put. This is a prime example of the drama, chaos, and distraction the tragedy pimps introduce to every case. Yes. They want to do it their way, but it doesn't work that way. I've been on search teams. And it was so organized, but I could tell you one thing that did not ever happen. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, had their phones out streaming because you'd have been pulled right off the line and sent packing. There's ways to do it. Beggs is telling the mechanic she's working on a case, and if they don't get her car fixed, there will be blood on. Get out. Oh my God. Think that would work for me with the Chevy dealership? I'm still waiting for them to take our truck back in. $3,000 and almost as $1,000 in rental cars, and I still don't have a decent working vehicle. Maybe I should try that. Who's calling me? I don't know that number. But I'm live, so leave a message. Anyway, yeah. I know it was short notice to go live. I was going to wait and go live this evening, but Betty just really, I finally got to watch what she was saying. She just pissed me off. And I wasn't on YouTube a lot today because I've been busy, but what I did see, I didn't see anybody calling her out, but everybody calling out JLR and Dolly, rightfully so. Like I said, they deserve it, but so does she. I've been involved here in Raleigh, North Carolina, search teams, and I have to go by rules. I love to help in the other. Exactly. I was with the Kaylee Anthony search teams, and that was so organized. I got to meet Tim from EquiSearch. He is such a sweet, sweet guy, but he don't piss around. You either do it their way or go on about your life. Get on out of here. And the first rule. Hey, Grandma Sherry, it's good to see you. How are you? Oh, thank you. The first thing is you never go out by yourself. You don't know the area. You're not from there. And even if you were, you never go search by yourself. That is very dangerous and stupid. And when we went, you didn't search for 17 minutes, complaining the whole time, streaming on your phone. You were there. I was there from, let's see, the first day I got there at 5 in the morning. The second day I didn't get there till 5:30. And I didn't get home till after dark. You searched all day. You had to be prepared. They told you, you had to wear the right clothing. You had to have water. And of course, we all had walking sticks. Hey, let's be honest. Good to see you. And Betty said, I'm going to show you what she says. And then I'm going to show you a clip from one of my videos that I did on her with the Kathleen Moore case. And you'll understand what I'm talking about when I show you this. There's 2 videos of Betty's we're going to go through because they're short videos. One she did today and one she did the other day. She actually is accusing the stepfather of Sebastain Rodgers of battering his wife. She's accusing him of doing something to that boy, saying he's got scratches and bruising all up and down his arms. I can't accuse anybody of anything. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Law enforcement hasn't put nothing else out. She's accusing the mom of abandoning her son. I don't think that's the case. I think those two undercovers that went to her house, to their home, told them to pack up and leave. I thought she wasn't going on till 5. That's why I did this, because I thought she wasn't going on till 5. Oh yeah, I was in the live last night. She had a good live last night. Hi, Lisa. And see, nonsense calls them out. She's not sugarcoating it. She's not trying to make nice. Well, I like them, but I just don't like this. No. Mm-mm-mm. She tells it how it is. But yeah. So I should have played the intro, the Big Bad Betty intro is what I should have played. Um, it was specifically made for Betty. I might play that as the outgoing music. She did this one as a video. It's a very short. And I tell you what, this woman, they're going to hit people for reused content, but not this thing. She shoves her TikTok down your throats, down her chat's throats. It's in your face. Now, other people are getting hit for reused content, but not her. She's going to get it. She's going to get it. And of course, Summer Wells always got to be in her titles. Oh my God. I can't with this woman. I just can't. I cannot. That's why, I figure everybody's been calling out JLR and Dolly. So I'm sure you all have seen it all. The
than
two.
just she and I.
Get ready for a new era.
I want to freeze my eggs. I got a DNA test again. Um,
Let me start this over. Oh, so it goes into another ad. Sorry about that.
Searching for life insurance?
But I haven't seen anybody calling her out. But then, I wasn't on YouTube a lot today. I got to see a couple live streams. Some of it I didn't even get to stay.
Sebastain Rodgers.
Okay, this is Bullhorn. This was one day ago. I don't think it's this one. I think it's that live she did where she accused the dad of being a batterer and the mom of being a battered woman. I'm like, how the hell do you know anything about their life? She knows absolutely nothing. And she says she doesn't lie to her audience. Call center, clinical research study. What? I'm not in a clinical research study. Yeah, okay. Lose my number. But some of them research studies pay pretty good. I want to get into one for COPD. All right. What the heck happened here? Why is my phone frozen? Oh, probably because I had it on pause. That wasn't smart. Chat's locking up again. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button for me. Give me a thumbs up. If you're not subbed, sub up. I'm only a couple away from 1,500. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Well, she says it as, she doesn't even say speculation. She states it as fact. If Old Bets doesn't watch out, she's going to get another defamation lawsuit. She slandered the F out of the Cajun Army, the Navy this morning, calling them a caught. Oh yeah, I'm going to play that. Oh yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed Nonsense's video last night, or live last night. I was like, yes, finally, someone is, Yeah, I questioned if she actually read that book or just looked at the front pages. You could read a million books, it's not going to make you an expert. She has no clue what the hell she's talking about. I watched some of Nancy Grace's interview with them. I didn't get to watch it all because I had things. I'll have to catch up on it. It's but that's Betty's idol. Hey, Hippie. Yeah, Nancy Grace is Betty's idol. Tragedy pimp, the tragedy pimp. Anyway, but at least Nancy was asking some questions from what I've seen of it so far. I didn't even get halfway through it, so I have to finish watching it. Guys, let me know if my sound's too loud because it's really hard for me to tell. This is Betty's from a day ago. She puts all her TikTok on her YouTube. And I don't understand how and she's been doing it for months. And she plays all her TikTok on her lives. YouTube will hit, other creators, good creators, for reused content. It's their own content, but they hit them for reused content. Here she is doing exactly the same. So she's going to get nailed. She's going to get nailed for it and lose monetization. But this was yesterday. Wait, maybe this isn't the right one. Yeah, it is. She was already supposed to be there, but I guess she hasn't even left yet.
And the stuff that's going on in the case, because if you guys don't know, let me inform you, the parents right here have left. They left the area, they got in their camper, they loaded up, they took the car. We're hearing reports that the camper was never even searched. So I don't know what's going on.
Betty. Oh, Lord, give me strength. I didn't have a gummy for today. Yeah, horrible. Anyway, Betty, shut up.
The Cajun Navy, I heard that Seth got injured a little bit yesterday. Seth is Sebastian's father right here. That's Seth Rodgers. And I heard he got injured yesterday. He kind of handed the baton over to the Cajun Navy. It's a nonprofit organization that was built during like Katrina and stuff like that. But long story short, it seems like they're taking over. But what I don't like is that they're just been really disrespectful to social media. They've been, in my opinion, very disrespectful to the volunteers that have been.
They're not disrespectful, Betty. They're not disrespectful. You got idiots trespassing. You got idiots bothering the residents. You got idiots interfering. All they did was ask you to stand down for 24 hours till they could get things organized. They don't have to work with you people. None of you are trained or certified in searching. None of you.
Out there. And that's just what I'm hearing. I'm going.
And by the way, guys, I heard some really sad news today. I didn't know this woman personally, but, she was on YouTube. She was on YouTube for a long time, not as a channel holder, but it's sad. She was so very young and she has small children and it's just sad. And so, guys, send Jonice's family your prayers. R.I.P. Jonice. All my prayers go to your family. I didn't know you, but it doesn't matter. It's way too soon. Gone way too soon. That's all.
Out there. I'm hoping to assist. I'm going to be doing my own searches away from the Cajun Navy.
Hey, K-Nash. Good to see you.
They seem to have a problem with people recording the search efforts out there, but yet when they were over at...
You're not supposed to be streaming while you're searching. It's called common freaking sense. How are you searching when all you're worried about is reading your chat and talking to people on your phone? We've seen how you search, Betty. For 17 minutes, you bitched the whole time. You didn't really search for anything. You just read your chat and talked on your phone. Yeah. There's a reason you're not supposed to live stream while you're searching, Betty. What if, just what if, you come across some serious evidence, or even perhaps somebody's remains? It's not what you think it is, dear Bets. Trust and believe that. It is not what you think it is.
Riley Strain's case, they had News Nation in their boat with them and stuff like that. So I just think that they're being very unfair.
News Nation is the real media. Okay, first off, you clowns are not the real media. Yeah, there's that. And you notice they were with them, not out there running amok by themselves. And if you're on somebody's private property without permission, that's trespassing. If you don't have permission to be in federal land that is closed off, that's trespassing. That's breaking the law. So is harassing the people that live there. And if one of you idiots were to get hurt on someone's land, you would try like hell to sue them. Even though you wouldn't win, but you'd still try.
Fair to social media and very unfair to the volunteers. And then they're like, oh, well, we want volunteers now. You know, after you were so disrespectful and told everybody basically to go home, now they want the volunteers. Now they want.
Oh, yeah, she changed her tune, Lisa. Now, the other day when I reviewed her, she said she was going to their house. She was going to try to talk to the parents. Now she's saying, I never said that. I wouldn't do that. What? Do you not listen to yourself? Well, I know she listens to herself because her ego. She probably listens to herself more than anybody else. Probably gives herself lots of views. But yeah.
Work with social media, and I think it's because they're getting some major backlash in their behaviors, and quite frankly they should be, because I don't have pissing contests with people. That's just one thing I'm not going to do.
Oh yes, you do.
You know, nobody tells me what to do. I follow the law. That's all that's required from me. I have protections of the Constitution. I'm media. It doesn't really matter.
No, you are not media. Your little fake press badge that you printed up gives you no credentials as media. Read it, because I did, Betty. I went to the site where you pay your dues. Remember the one you lost that they took from you? Didn't even want your damn money because of your outrageous behavior? Yeah. Anyway, it states it doesn't give you any press credentials. You are not the media. Your sister is, but you're not. Jealous much?
I mean, I don't ask permission. I'm not going to go and ask them permission to go search for a missing boy. I'm going to go and search for a missing boy. I'm perfectly capable. I've done hundreds of searches. I've been part of law enforcement searches many, many times.
To your audience, you haven't done hundreds of searches. Shut up. Shut all the way up. You inflate yourself so much. You are not qualified to search, rescue, or search and recovery. Where's your training? Where's your certification? I'll wait.
So it's not one of these things. I know not to touch evidence. You know what I'm saying? I have like literally.
Oh, she knows not to touch evidence? Let me show you something. And we'll get right back to this, but let me show you something. Betty says she knows not to touch evidence. She carries gloves, right? A while back, I did a live about the Kathleen Moore case because, you know, Betty claimed that, you know, she found her, but she didn't. She had nothing to do with her being found. But she was doing one of her fake searches for content, and she was not behind the home where they lived, in the area behind the home where they lived. Big Bad Betty in action. That's the one that has that song about Betty. T. Kelly did it. It's really good. I'll play it for everybody though once I get. I forgot how far down it was. Okay, it should be coming up. Oh wow, it was 8 months ago. Wow. I will show you how Betty knows how to search. Betty, there's always clips to call you out on what you claim you know. Because, girl, you don't. There it is, Big Bad Betty in action. Let me share screen. Oops, nope. Play the ad. One of these days, I'm going to upload or upgrade and get premium back. I can't believe Easter Sunday. I am not ready. I thought I had like
made with only
a couple weeks.
A rack of ribs.
Okay, now
they don't buy any of this stuff. They buy cows, and they actually.
Okay, now this is a video I did about 8 months ago on the Kathleen Moore case on Betty, and I proved that she had nothing to do with finding her. Did she not just state she knows how to search? And that, you don't touch evidence, you wear gloves, all that. Well, this was her searching the property behind Kathleen Moore and her boyfriend's residence, who ended up being the one who, murdered her. Sad story. But here's Betty knowing how to search and knowing what to do with. She had no idea if this meat cleaver was evidence or not. But this is Betty.
So the first day we showed up and knocked the door to get a statement from Colin Knapp, there was only the truck and the trailer there. The whole entire driveway was empty. We went back to second.
But she doesn't knock on people's doors and bother them. She harassed the hell out of Colin Knapp. Granted, he deserves to. But at the time she was there, they had no idea what happened to Kathleen. And there was no proof he did anything at that time.
Day we did see him outside. We asked him where Colleen was. He had
it's not Colleen.
Stone face, stone cold face. His
you couldn't even get the girl's name. It's Kathleen,
which was all off. You could just.
Okay, why did it stop? Oh my God! I just spilled iced tea.
He knew, we knew, and he immediately tried to call the police. And of course,
Let me spill iced tea.
Public kill a young woman.
There's Betty.
That means that he, knows.
Do you see gloves? Do you see gloves? She has no idea if that meat cleaver, unless she's the one that planted it, because that meat cleaver does not look like it's been laying in the weather out here in Florida. That thing would have been all rusted up and would have been a mess. That thing looks fairly new, by the way. But she knows how to handle potential evidence. She had no idea if that had anything to do, seeing as how, according to her, this was behind his home. She had no idea if that could have had anything to do with the case or not. But she knows how to handle evidence. Oh, she picked it up, moved it, pictured it, then sat it back down, said, oh, I'll get around telling law enforcement. But she knows how to handle evidence. Just wanted to show you she's full of crap. She's a lot. She explains how he cut her up. This is going to get gross, people.
Knows how to dismember, say, a cow. Most of these restaurants, people don't understand. They don't buy steaks.
Yeah, that's the meat cleaver she claims she found in the back of, and he didn't cut her up with it. She was wrong. Somewhere behind his home. Okay. Now, Betty is a crime expert, according to Betty. Why, if she even thought that was involved in this crime, is she handling it and posing with pictures? But she knows how to handle evidence, peeps. Okay, you get the gist of that, right? Because I really don't want to listen to myself. But it wasn't used. And he wasn't, hey, Darby. She wasn't taken to the restaurant. Okay. You guys get what I mean? Hey, Darby, how you doing? Hey, it's me, Tiffany. Hey, Haley Hopes. Sleuthing Tater Tot, my favorite name. I'm so proud of myself. I already have dinner done. Well, except for my little boy, because he won't eat. Well, he might eat a little bit of it, but his will be easy. But my daughter will tear it up because I made roast and not toot my own horn, but I make a damn good roast. It melts in your mouth. I mean, the meat is so good and so tender and flavorful. And then I always get a bigger one so the next day I can make my version of beef stroganoff, which my daughter loves, but I don't know why my son don't. He loves noodles, but and he likes the meat, but just not together. So I save him a chunk of meat, and then I, of course, have to make him French fries because Lord forbid if he gets mashed potatoes. But I already got that done. I did it this morning. Hey, wishful thinking. Hey, Cash. I didn't accuse. I said she could have. If she knows how to handle evidence, why is she picking it up and handling it? It potentially could have been evidence. And butchered. Okay. I was just showing you that to show you what, when she said, I know how to handle evidence. I know you wear gloves and don't touch. Hello. You don't, Betty. Anyway, let's get back to what we were reviewing. Oh, and by the way, I do got that live coming. I did find somebody who got it recorded. And they're going to get it to me. No. You should go right back where I left off. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the live. She says that the dad battered the mom. I'm like, okay. You know that how? Because I haven't seen anything about physical abuse being done to the mom by the stepfather. Okay. She's going to continue preaching about how she knows how to handle evidence, but I just showed you, or potential evidence. I just showed you she was behind the man's home who ended up being the murderer, but at the time she didn't know that. And thought she found evidence and, handled it all up, and took all kind of pictures and streamed it. And then she said she'd get around to calling law enforcement.
Of all people that should,
It's convenient that her and Olivia always find this alleged evidence conveniently. Now, mind you, this area was already searched.
that can be out there. I've got like latex gloves literally in my backpack. I don't touch anything. I've got flags in my backpack.
You don't touch anything. That's funny. That's not even the only clip I have of you, Beds. Just saying.
To mark any type of evidence so people don't walk on it, walk through it, trample through it. So it's not like, some of these people may not be professionals and stuff like that.
And I do that meat cleaver. I'm sorry. I studied the hell out of that video. That thing looked brand new. There's no way it'd been laying out there. This is Florida weather. It's swampy back there. That thing would have at least been dirty. Convenient. And needless to say, law enforcement never went and had nothing to do with it.
But we're looking for this boy. He's a big boy. He's 15 years old. He's 5'5", 120 pounds.
That's not a big boy, Betty. That 120 pounds, 5'5" is not a big boy. What? When my son was 15, he was 5'11" and a half and 250. But he was a football player and a hockey player. He was that's a big boy. Just saying.
And, they're doing grid searches. They're looking for evidence. Okay, grid searches is not what you need to do when you're looking for a person. They seem like they're looking.
What? What? Betty. And I know you weren't in the Caitlin Anthony searches. At least I didn't see you anywhere down there. I didn't know you, but I would have remembered a big mouth like you. Do you understand how a real search is run? Do you really get that? I don't think you do. Maybe you should actually sign up for a real one and participate with people that are trained to run them, and then you'll get it. Because let me tell you, there was no search I was ever on that's like you do. Because you'd have pulled that on one of Tim's searches, you'd have been sent packing. I mean, you had to pre-register. You had to, I mean, it was just so organized. You had to sign in when you got there, and sometimes you stood line. And then you followed their rules, their instructions. They showed you what to do and what not to do, Betty. You weren't to touch absolutely nothing. If you found something, you yelled out. That's why you have a whole line of people. Yeah. But you were one of them idiots in front of Casey Anthony's house, carrying on like a wild banshee. Needless to say, that's why the laws in Florida changed. And you don't do that in Florida because you know you can't get away with it.
Looking for evidence. I'm not out there looking for evidence. If that's what the kind of searches they want to do, by all means, go out there.
Betty, on my channel, there's videos of you and Olivia looking for evidence. You didn't look at a damn thing. All you did was drive around, bitch, get out and show that, dear Lord, there's a lake in this town. Everybody, breaking news, there's a lake. There's a garden shovel at a garden. You showed dumpsters, but you never even went near them. You wouldn't even move a rock or look in a hole. Are you kidding me? I begged you to climb in one of them dumpsters. You never know what you could have found.
And look for evidence. I'm looking for a boy. I'm looking for a boy on top of the ground, under the ground, or in the water.
You're not going in the water.
That's what I'm out there looking for. So I don't know what's going to be going on with this whole thing with the Cajun Navy, but you know, I like their organization. I'm not saying anything about that or anything. You know, I pray that
just wait. That's going to change.
They continue their efforts and stuff like that. All I'm really basically, I think what I'm basically saying is I hope they're a little kinder to social media and the volunteers out there, because, you know, a lot of us do this from a labor of love. You know, we're not being paid by a nonprofit organization. We're not getting
Do you understand nonprofit means you don't get paid? Do you get that? Most of them people are not being paid. It's a non-profit, Betty. A lot is donated. Do you understand that? Can you comprehend that? Don't say you're not being paid, because your subs pay you. Lord knows you're begging all the time for money to do these stupid crime tourist trips of yours. So don't act like you're doing it out of love or out of your own pocket, because we both know that's bold-faced lying. You're there for your own selfish needs. You're going to be there to get content, not search. Because if you were searching, your phone wouldn't even come out. Just saying.
Compensated, and they're talking about clicks and views. Like, what? These people are out there. They bring their audience with them. Many of these people that are out there, their audience are the ones that paid to send them out there. So it's kind of hard for you to say it's all about a click and a view.
Yeah, I know it means they don't earn a profit. Some staff do, but most is still volunteers. My husband works for a nonprofit. Even though he's at the VA, the contract's at the VA. And he had to be a veteran, and you know, it's a federal contract, so you still have to go by all that. But yeah,
it's not, because you wouldn't even have that body if it wasn't for that channel. So it's like, I don't understand why they're being so rude. I hope that changes, because
they're being rude because they ask you to stand down for 24 hours so they could get organized. Do you know what it takes to set up a good search, Betty. You don't have a clue. And if you knew anything about searching, first rule of thumb, never go out by yourself.
Be going out there. I'm going out there to help, but I'm not going to ask permission, and I'm not going to have anybody tell me what I can and cannot do if I'm following the law. That's all that's required of me. Anything over and above that, if I make a mistake, I have to own that stuff, right? I mean, I've got it. If I do something wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that has to pay the consequences for it.
No, you won't. You'd try to sue somebody. Shut up. You know you would. Trespassing is against the law, Betty, in case you didn't know that. I've seen your legal paperwork. You're not as well versed on the law as you think.
So I follow. I'm not going to be cheek. I'm not going to be coming on TikTok saying I need bail money. Okay, you guys don't have to worry about bailing Bullhorn Betty out of jail. I promise. But I still can't believe they left. I'm still trying to, in all of this though, I'm still trying to wrap my head that his mother
you can't
left.
Have a Swedish fish. No
like I don't know if that is set in just yet for me. That this mother literally just left her missing son. Like, I mean, I keep saying it out of my mouth, and I keep thinking that it can't be true. I mean, it sounds as crazy as that sounds. It's like, I honestly just can't believe his mother left him.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on?
Oh yeah, I know nonprofits can.
So,
okay, if you're a nonprofit,
she left him.
You're not supposed to make money, but they do. Come on. I mean, but the bulk of these people that do these searches and stuff are volunteers. Do they have paid staff? Absolutely. But they're in it for a different reason than Betty.
He left him.
She would have to own up to it. Yeah, you mean she'd get pissed, scream at people, and then stomp off? Hope she tapes that with her new camera. Oh, just wait till her next rant. The next video I'm going to show you, she actually tells people what she's going to do to them. Just wait. Yes, the parent is asking ducking frogs, but Betty don't care. And it should be left up. Let the professionals, when they did that here for Kaylee Anthony, yes, they asked for volunteers. Okay. And the reason I got bumped up on the list is because of my training and being a medic and a nurse, and that I had been on previous searches, and but that they actually got more than they needed. And, I don't know how to, but yeah, it's not ran the way Betty thinks. It's not ran the way Betty thinks.
I wish I could show you this, but I can't. But maybe you see the scratches on his.
I mean, just like with Tim with EquiSearch, he should take a salary. That man puts in every second of his life. And he is such a nice, unbelievably nice and understanding. But he's thorough. And you do it the way it's set up, or pack it and go, because he doesn't have time for it. But they have horses, they have dogs, but I mean, there was so much, that they could pull together, and people that donated, the time and the effort and stuff. It was amazing.
His arm? I can show you this one. Let me get out of the way.
Oh, here we go. Now she's going to tell you guys that she's alluding that he's got these marks on his arm because he did something to Sebastian, not because he was playing with the dog. Yeah, you know what, Glow? You don't even want. I was so close to that area where she was found. And the area she was found in, hey, Wise Angel, was a place that Casey would go in high school and hang out, run to. Kids would go smoke their little weed and You know, yeah, in that area. Yeah, we were so, I mean, and the whole time you're on those searches, you don't want to be the one. You do not want to be the one. But you're there to help, you know. And I can tell you what, no one had their cameras out filming shit. And it was made very clear.
Look at those scratches on his arm.
Okay.
Those are not from a Yorkie, guys. He's trying to say his little dogs are what did that.
And you know they're not. How? You don't even like dogs. You don't even have a dog. As a matter of fact, when your ex-husband finally hightailed it out of there because he got tired of getting beat on in his own bedroom away from you, because, you know, we know that y'all, you know, didn't cohabitate. But anyway, you took his to the damn pound and you got into it with the animal control officer. You don't know nothing about a dog. You have no idea.
Let me see if I can find the picture of Sebastain. And he tried to say these little doggies. Where are they? Sorry, I'm almost there. But he's trying to say these puppies are the ones that
saying they're severe bruising. I seen a couple scratches from her pictures. I didn't see severe bruising.
There it is, right there. Hold on, hopefully it'll show you. Those little doggies. Those little doggies right there.
Hey, those little doggies have nails. You know that? Let's see. You wouldn't know nothing about being a pet owner. I don't know what was on his arms. That's for law enforcement. I'm not going to say these people did anything because I don't know. And you know what? Your opinion and my opinion at the end of the day is irrelevant. It don't matter. What matters is what LE finds and what they do. What you think and what you accuse them of means squat at the end of the day. How about have a little bit of hope? How about some hope that this child is found safe and sound? Just do that. And you know that live you hid about saying that Jen Soto got arrested? It was recorded, Betty. And like I told you the other day, I'll get it. And guess what? I got it coming. And we're going to show it.
Are what caused these scratches all up and down his arms. That they just, and if you look closely, which is hard because this is the only way I can get you guys to see the scratches, because when I try to put it up on a still, it won't show you them. But you can see the bruising. Like, you don't get that from little dogs
bruising?
Like that. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have little Yorkies, but when was the last time they tore your arms up like that, gave you bruising? Look at that.
Where's the bruising? I see scratches. And if their nails aren't clipped, and even if they are clipped, yes, it's possible to get scratches from an animal, Betty.
That doesn't look at the paw. Like, those things are so far apart. There's no way that is Yorkie. Look at how wide those spaces are on the scratches. Look at that right there. Look how wide that is. That's not a Yorkie scratch.
Oh, Lord.
They actually look like bites from a human. Exactly, Rhonda. I thought they looked like bites, bites as well.
Bites?
There are some things.
Bites? What bites look like a long scratch, Betty? What? This is why they have asked social media to knock it off. Because of idiots like you. You fit that thumbnail to a T today. I should have put your face on that lady's face. I think I may change that.
It's on his arm. Like, you can't get a real clear shot because this is, I don't know.
Helen says, my wiener dog's claws will F you up. Just saying. I'm telling you.
how much of that you guys can see because I've got a bar down below. But you know what I'm saying? It's just, it just doesn't.
So you didn't want anybody to really get a good idea of the scratches because then they might be able to call you out. Well, guess what, Bets? I'm calling you out because it is possible. It is very possible. Until you know the facts, you should shut up.
It's just fishy to me. It's fishy to me. If you guys don't know, this is Sebastian. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from Hendersonville.
That's not a big boy, Betty. You have no idea what a big boy is.
His home on Stafford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He hasn't been seen again. His mom and dad, or stepfather rather, have hit the bricks. Like they're kicking rocks, dude. Like they left. They packed up their shit and left. While search efforts are underway for their kid. And now the Cajun Navy is involved. Seth got injured.
Oh, my Lord. Betty, I would bet law enforcement had something to do with both of them leaving. The stepfather has to get back to his job. It's sad and unfortunate, but they have to still live. They still have to pay bills and eat. You can't fault him for that. But now they're going to be very careful on where he goes to work because of idiots like you finding out all their information, which you put all over social media. You, JLR, that clown, and that dolly thing.
Cajun Navy's involved, but she left. She left her son.
She did not leave her son, Betty. Like I said, I think that law enforcement was behind that. I don't think that this woman just picked up and decided, well, I'm going to go to the campground to hell with all this. No, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that.
She left her son. Katie Proudfoot literally. I can't. It's just, they are very, very suspicious. Are you kidding me? They are super, super sus. Super sus. You know what? And this is it. And I actually thought that they were sus at the beginning.
The stepfather is not sus. He wasn't even in town. So how do you justify that, Betty? We all know you know more than law enforcement. We all know that. But keep going.
And then, I kind of doubted myself, second guessed myself because of other people, because I was valuing other people's opinion of the situation.
Wait do you hear her new partner is? Just wait.
It's not like, I know I'm not the smartest person.
You're right.
Sometimes two heads are better than one, three heads are better than two. You get the drift, right? So I changed my stance and I backed away just to see how this played out.
They were getting threats and everything. I'm sure. Allegedly, 2 undercovers went to their home. And then, they left. I'm sure law enforcement probably had something to do with that. And law enforcement probably also told her it'd be best for her to stay at home and not be out there searching. But the interview I seen with them when they were making a big deal because these people sat down to get something to eat, God forbid they get hungry. They had a stack of flyers with them. They took a break to get something to eat. Them not taking care of themselves isn't going to help anything. But, they had something to say. Hey, Seeker, they had something to say because these people got hungry.
Out, even though my gut was telling me something's not right here. And their behavior, and I think it was Riley Strain, just seeing his mother so broken with the unknown. And then we're going back and forth because these are so close together. And you're seeing the behavior of Katie Proudfoot. And then you're seeing right behind her another news broadcast with Riley Strain's mom on there. And you just.
Okay, 2 different cases, 2 different people. And I've seen Sebastian's mom pretty upset, Betty. People handle things differently. Till you walk in their shoes, you can't judge.
See this huge contrast in behaviors of one mom with the other mom. And it's heartbreaking. And then as the pressure starts mounting against the stepfather and the mother, they kick rocks. They pack up all their stuff and leave. Won't help with any kind of search efforts. Won't post any flyers.
What do you mean? Are you a fucking idiot? There goes my green. There I go in the yellow. I knew that was going to happen. Are you a freaking idiot? Do you not pay attention to anything? Did you not see the stack of flyers they had with them? No, all you cared about is, oh my God, they stopped somewhere to get something to eat. Oh, you see, hey, runs with scissors, zoots and boots. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can tell her stress is very clear. Oh my God, Betty. This is why you get what you get, Betty.
I hear his mom and dad are wanting any information to come to them, but they're not out there helping search for him. You know, I mean, I can't. And, you know, I know a mom's love for her son, but I'm sorry. If your son, if you know your son, you know this man better than anybody, lady. And if he's capable of hurting this boy, you need to come forward. Because otherwise, you got blood on your hands too, lady. Wow. You got blood on your hands too. Proudfoot seems like this guy right here. You know what? The reason why sometimes I think people get the way they get is because parents enable them their entire life. Every time they get in trouble, they're always bailing them out. Sometimes you need to let your children just deal and reap the rewards of their own consequences for them to be a better person in the long run.
You mean like your mom did with you when she was writing letters begging the judge to let you out of trouble? You mean like it was like you went through, right, Betty? Oh my, you hypocrite. I seen that letter, Betty. In fact, I think I even read part of it. Because it was part of your case. Yeah, telling the judge how your niece, yeah, poor Betty, you're a good kid. And yeah, shut up.
And for whatever reason, I feel like his mother has given him a free pass and coddled him so much so that this is the kind of guy he's turned out to be. And she probably thinks.
You mean like you were coddled? You mean like how your mom wrote a letter to the judge to try to get you out of assault or DV charges and all your other charges? Even though she was one of the victims? Just asking. I'm not digging. It's a matter of public information, Betty.
That he's the best thing since sliced bread because it's her baby, right? Well, this boy right here, his father's worried sick about him. And while you get to coddle your boy, which probably did something to his boy, and meanwhile, where is your son? Like, I would like to know where is Christopher and Katie Proudfoot? Does anybody know? If you know or you get anything, I am on every social media platform. You can always send me anything to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. That's bullhornbetty@gmail.com.
It's not your business where they're at. You're not law enforcement. You're not any type of investigator. And you're damn sure not the media.
If you have any information related to the Proudfoots, related to Sebastain, please reach out to me immediately. I love you guys. You take care. I still am reeling from the fact that this bitch here left her son.
Wow.
God bless. We saw something. We all need to.
Wow. Wow. Oh, there's more. This was today's. Wow. You know, I always think that she can't never surprise, but she does. I always think there's lows, there's no low she can't go, but she always manages to find one. Wow. Betty, you have no idea. Okay, this is what she posted.
Nickelodeon was,
and of course she's doing her TikTok.
One of the darkest chapters. Rodgers. These are 3 predators who worked at Nickelodeon.
It made me
And
wonder.
oh my allergies
Hey,
to
for
that.
all the beautiful people out here.
Okay, this was today. Morning TikTok daily updates. She acts like she's working so hard, but all she does is stream on the platforms at the same time. Nothing hard about that. Betty, you should thank your lucky stars, because I'm telling you right now, if it was my child and the likes of you and JLR and Dolly were doing the shit you were doing, I would do any and everything I could to shut you up. Because it's people like you that don't help, that actually hurt the cases.
On TikTok, the ones that are joining. I just wanted to say that I started this whole subscription. If you guys want to subscribe to the Bullhorn Betty channel, you may. I did not realize it was on subscribers only. I'm not tech savvy on here, and I signed up for all this stuff because we're building a channel. I, go across this country to do a bunch of stuff. So, I do anything to kind of generate a revenue.
You don't go across the country. You pretty much concentrate on Tennessee.
And I did not realize this was set up where you guys could not communicate unless you were subscribers. And I never want to do that to anybody. I want the people that subscribe.
What? You put it on subscribers only mode all the time? What are you talking about? God, you can't even tell the truth about that.
Monthly that want to support us monthly to support us, but I didn't want it to jeopardize the channel or the show. So somebody had reached out to me. It's like, I'm not a member. I couldn't comment. I'm like, it shouldn't be set up that way. And so this morning I'm like, let me just check to make sure.
You are such a liar. You set up your streams all the time, members only, or subscribers only.
They didn't do anything behind the scenes or something for you guys. And I just want to apologize. It does look like it was on only subscriber only mode. I'm really sorry. I did not mean to do that.
Liar,
I didn't
liar,
do
pants
it. I think it was just an
fire.
automatic top.
I can show you every one of your lives where you have it on subscribers only.
Toggle from the system. So I apologize to you guys. But it should be fixed now. So you guys should be able to say good morning to me. So it's nice to see. Holy crap. We got like almost 100 people in chat right now at before 5 a.m. We're over 100 people in chat right now at 5 a.m. Oh my goodness. Guys, you guys are ridiculous. So let's just get on.
Wow. What do you do? Stay up all night to go live? Jesus, you really have no life.
On with our breaking daily updates. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. So Elijah Vu, I'm going to start off with Elijah Vu. He's the 3-year-old out of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. He is a beautiful, let me find a photo of him. He's just a beautiful little baby. There it goes. He's just a beautiful little, no, it didn't quite do it. Hold on a second. He's a beautiful little baby from Two Rivers, Wisconsin. He's 3 years old. He's been missing.
Exactly, little Irish girl. Exactly.
4 or 5 weeks. Look at that beautiful little baby. Oh, thank you. God bless you. And they're looking for him. His mom and her boyfriend are in jail, but they're not cooperating. They're not assisting.
You know what? I don't do TikTok. I'll go over and watch a couple videos, but I mean, I've never posted on TikTok. Hey, Fireflies. But because of this shit, I'm going to do a TikTok just to call out Betty, just to show people on TikTok how wrong. I know she has a lot of haters over there, but I want to show how wrong she is with facts. I'm gonna, it can't be that hard. If Betty can make a TikTok video, I can make one. I'm going to start doing that.
Anyway, they're only in jail for the negligent charges, even though mom has, felony charges related to the abuse, these neglect charges, as well as Jesse Vang. They're going to go ahead and proceed with the court hearing on this case. And it's
this case breaks my heart. I pray that they just find that little boy and sadly put him to rest, because
really, really sad because Elijah Vu, they said that he disappeared. He was wearing these dinosaur shoes and a blanket. It was really cold in Wisconsin when he disappeared. He disappeared in February, and they have found his shoe, one of his shoes, and they found his blanket. There was a hit on a dumpster there, which led him to a landfill. I don't know if they found anything of evidentiary value. They told the world nothing of evidentiary value was there, but that doesn't necessarily mean nothing of evidentiary value was found. So we're still looking for him. The mom just went to court. She pled not guilty for the crimes against her kids. And the volunteers were there that have been out there searching for him. We're going on almost 6 weeks with him, definitely over 5 weeks right now. Mom hasn't broke down. No remorse from mom. No remorse from Jesse Vang. No response on.
Betty, don't people get tired of this? You just regurgitate the same information. You will have 30 videos up, and in every one of them, it's the same exact information. I just don't get how people can keep watching the same crap from you.
Where he could possibly be. No Elijah Vu, and the whole entire community is just rocked to his core and completely devastated. The next is Maddie Soto. You guys are very familiar with Maddie Soto.
Yeah, we know how you lied about, because Betty, do any rural research, went live about her mom, Jennifer, being arrested when it wasn't her. Took 2 seconds to find out it wasn't her, but, Betty did that live because, breaking news. She's got to be number one. But it was the arrest was what, a week, 10 days or more old. It didn't dawn on her that the real media, who's been all over the Soto story here, never mentioned it. Never dawned on her that no one had mentioned it. And don't worry, Bets, I got that live coming to show.
There we go. This is Sebastains. This is the animal that is behind bars right now that has done unthinkable things to this 13-year-old girl, and it was found when she disappeared.
Okay, why are you saying this is nothing new? This is what you put in 50 other videos.
They ultimately found her body 2 days after they had arrested this man in an area where he was changing his tire. So no charges have been brought about over Jen Soto, which is Madeline's mother, or her boyfriend, Stefan Stern. Now, I'm not really on the same bandwagon as everybody else when it comes to Maddie Soto. I believe Jennifer Soto did not know. I believe that Stefan Stern used some type of...
You believe that Jennifer knew nothing, but you think that Sebastian's mom did. Okay.
Threat to keep Maddie quiet and not tell her family or friends about what was going on with her. That's just my personal opinion, but I don't know. We're going to be getting on to Sebastain Rodgers. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy. I'm going to change, if you guys give me just a second, I'm probably going to have to drop this down. I'm going to change the effects just ever so slightly if I can.
Locking up.
Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to change this ever so slightly. And the reason why I'm changing it ever so slightly is because you can't see all the stuff when it's on a still related to what I want to talk to you about. This is Sebastain Rodgers. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy. This case is breaking apart on TikTok. People are wanting to know what's going on. It's going crazy on YouTube. This is a social media case. This is a case where the Cajun Navy is involved. We're going to get to the Cajun Navy in a second because I've got a message for them. And
she's got a message for them. All right.
I'm going to tell you right
now. It's coming. If I missed anybody coming in, welcome. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Sub up. I'm just a couple away from 1,500. And we also have poolside memberships. Might as well slide it in. They do.
Now, I'm not supporting anything with this Cajun Navy. I'm not going to be raising money for them. I will not do anything when it comes to the Cajun Navy.
They don't
with
care.
Their conduct that they've done. Two of my people, not my people, they're people I've worked with, and the Cajun Navy, because they were out there, called the cops on them, were absolutely disgusting to them, were absolutely rude to them, and absolutely think they take over this entire investigation. They don't have the authority to do so, but we're going to get into that.
What? They were disgusting to them? How? They were trespassing on federal land where it had been blocked off and you weren't supposed to be there. They were also asked to stand down for 24 hours. Excuse me. I can't believe I burped on the mic. I am I am so sorry about that. That is gross. I am so sorry. Betty, they weren't disgusting. They weren't rude. They were honest. They were asked to leave. They did not leave. That simple. They are in charge of the searches right now, Betty. That's who the family wants in charge of the searches. Not you idiots that don't know what the hell you're doing.
That in my bitch fest into that in just a few moments. So you guys want to stay tuned. So Sebastain Rodgers disappeared on the same day that Maddie Soto disappeared on February 26th. Stories are a little different.
I did. I'm so sorry. I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
But, you know, we still believe that the parents are somewhat involved. If you guys have any questions, I'll get to your questions as soon as I'm wrapped up here. So just bear with me. His mom says that.
Okay. Rules to follow does not equate to disgusting. This is how butthurt these dum-dums get. Rules are rules for a reason. Exactly. They were not disrespected. They were not rude. They look at the stuff these idiots are putting out. Helen, it's so good to see you. I miss you. I miss talking to you. You've been so busy. We got to catch up. Hey, Tony. Welcome in.
He doesn't have any friends, not on social media. So all these.
I got a question to ask everybody. And you can tell me, shut up, it's none of my business. But if you had a very dear and close friend who passed away, would the first thing you do would be to fire up alive? I want to know what people think about people's input on that. Would that be the first thing you'd want to do? I don't know.
Their outside influences.
But if they're such a good and dear friend, why hadn't you contacted them in months? Anyway, move on.
and dangers are not here in this case. The only person that was allegedly in the home was the mother at the time he disappeared. I really don't believe it.
Ouch!
We're hearing a bunch of rumors from she has a drinking problem to she's having an affair with somebody in the neighborhood. Again, that's not what I'm finding. I know there's a lot of people who believe what you want to believe, but I'm not out here to lie to my audience about anything. I don't need to click a view. I do what I do, and I'm going to continue to do it, whether people watch what I do or not. Right. So I really don't have anything. There's nothing in me that need for me to you know, manipulate my audience or say something that's untrue. So in this particular case, he's been missing.
Did you just say you don't say nothing that's untrue? Betty. If you're not the queen of misinformation, you're pretty darn close.
Mom and dad know nothing, supposedly, but he couldn't possibly have been injured by anybody else. The biological father, Seth Rodgers, is going crazy, has been out searching, taking off time from work. He's hurt himself. He's injured himself. He's getting very little assistance. And the biological mom, Katie Proudfoot, his mother and her husband and his stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, have not been at any searches. Their behavior has been very odd. They've been doing some.
You don't know what they've done. That's just it, Betty. You don't know. You can't make those statements.
Weird, uneasy things. Now they're saying the reason why they ran off is because they heard people were going to be in front of their house. First of all, there's only one person that usually shows up in front of your house, and it's typically me, Bullhorn Betty. And I have said at times.
Wrong. JLR. He'll look in your damn windows and take pictures. Dolly. And a few others. But Betty, you made it clear on the live from the other day that you were going to go to their home. You have no idea what they've been getting. It's not about you, Betty. I believe they've been getting threats. I truly believe that.
Time and time again, I'm not going to their house. So are they using that?
Oh, no, that's not what you said the other day. You said you were going to ask him to talk to you, which would require you going to their home. You said you were going to go to the home. You said you were going to stream it.
As an excuse, or is somebody actually trolling them? And if they're trolling.
She always is, runs with scissors. She's always late to the party or to the case. We all know Betty can't be told no. She probably threw major tantrums as a child, and we know she hit her own mother. She has a very weird view of the world. Almost everything she says are lies. Yeah. Thank you, Revival. That's what I thought. I thought it was weird. A guilty conscience needs no accuser. The Cajun Navy made a blanket statement to many. BHB, DB, JLR took it personal. One could only wonder as to why. They took it personal because they're the ones that were doing the idiot crap. I appreciated what you posted for me, Revival. That was so sweet of you. That was just so sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't fire up alive. But that's just me. But I couldn't. I don't know. I would be a mess. So there would be no reason to fire up alive. My cat just called the hell out of my leg. He thinks I'm his climbing stick or post or whatever you want to call it. He tried to climb up to my lap.
Them, I guarantee it's a hate channel on YouTube because that's what these idiots on YouTube do. And they're utilizing resources on Facebook or on law enforcement over some petty YouTube bullshit. And so I really, truly believe it was the hate channels that trolled this family and got them out of the house. I'm also finding out that these hate channels on
Number
YouTube
one, no one said, what are you talking about? No one said the family was trolled. They said they were receiving phone calls, which is not trolling, Betty. What are you talking about? The hate channels you don't think that you guys going down there carrying on like idiots? Shall we refresh your memory? How many calls? Over 50 in Georgia when they're trying to find a missing baby? You don't think that interfered and hindered the investigation? You don't think what you did in any of the cases you've been in, Summer Wells, Gabby Petito, Quentin Simon, Kathleen Moore, you don't think your carrying on didn't interfere and didn't waste resources? Every time you turned around, the police had to be there because y'all don't know how to act. What are you talking about? Hate channels. You mean because somebody may have, and I don't know who. I'm just saying, the blanket statement thing that you don't like. Somebody may have just tipped off the family that you idiots were coming. But that's not why they ran. Because of you, Betty. Who the hell is afraid of you? Girl, I'd stand outside and wait for you to show up. And I'm an old lady. And I'd still stand outside and wait for your ass. I wish that creep JLR would come peeking in my windows. Because, boy, no. Y'all going to meet someone who's not going to take your shit. And that's what you don't like. People aren't taking it no more. They've had enough.
Much needed law enforcement research by calling up to law enforcement and telling them these other creators that are coming into town. Yes, I know. I cannot believe that they did, but they don't care. But as soon as you show up, they'll say,
they don't care. These hate channels, who you're talking about, if they tipped off law enforcement about you idiots, they're wasting resources because they don't care about the missing child. But you guys can show up, carry on like wild banshees, require 50 plus calls from law enforcement because of your behavior, spread lies and misinformation, accuse people of every possible crime you can. That's not wasting resources, Betty. Take that bullhorn and shove it where the sun don't shine, honey.
Oh my God, they're calling and getting law enforcement resources out there. No, you guys are doing it. You don't realize that? I mean, you're the one picking up the phone and calling 911. I mean, it's not me, it's you. So these idiots on YouTube have these petty squabbles with other creators on YouTube, and it's all over jealousy and money. It's stupidity. It's childish shit.
Jealousy and money? You talking about you? Because you were so jealous of Dolly and JLR, it's not funny. But trust and believe, not a soul is jealous of you. What is there to be jealous of? I don't beg on YouTube to get my bills paid. It's called get a real job. What are you jealous of what? Of what exactly? I'll wait.
And so two of the creators are out there and trying to search for this kid. Now, you're talking about two searchers. I mean, they have their channels, their news organization type alternative media channels, but they're searchers.
They are not news media either. They are clowns. They are not certified trained searchers. Actually, I think one's still on probation. And the other one, every time you turn around, is getting criminal charges. So, yeah, clowns. Yeah, clowns.
That means that they've been to searches. They've been to coordinated searches with law enforcement. They've conducted.
They have not. They have went out on their own. Big issue. They are exploiting this for money, for personal gain, not for any other reason. You're the one jealous of them. Because you, as 3 days ago, was supposed to have already left to go down there. You're always late to the game, Betty.
Their own searches. They've been out in the field multiple times. This is their job. This is what they do. They're not SAR certified, but we're looking for a 15-year-old boy. I'm not going out there to do a grid search to look for evidence. Okay?
They're not certified at all, and neither are you. And if you're not going there to follow it and search like you're supposed to, then stay the hell out the way. You're there to exploit it for your own pockets. You don't give two craps about anybody but yourselves.
I'm not equipped to do that. That's not my job to do that. If I see something, I have latex gloves and flags. If I see something, I'm not.
And I've showed you what she does if she sees something. I showed you that clip where she'll pick it up, handle it, look around, film it, and then sit it back down with no gloves on either. Yeah, nonsense. It is nice the kids are back in school. I've got to be honest. Helen, it is good to see you. I told you that earlier. I've missed you. But you need to get 100% better. But did you have fun in Colorado? Oh, Betty.
Out there looking for evidence. I'm out there looking for a 15-year-old boy. It's not rocket science. And
okay. Betty. Thank God it's not rocket science, because you'd really be lost. You can't understand or comprehend common sense, let alone any kind of science. But you need evidence, Betty.
And so anyways, Katie and Chris, this is the stepfather. And as you notice down here, there's circles. And the reason why there's circles is
she regurgitates the same content day in and day out. I don't understand how people watch. I don't get it.
Marks all up and down his arm. This is the first interview he gave after Sebastain Rodgers disappeared. And many of my
nonsense. You have dogs and cats. She's saying it's impossible that their dog could have scratched him. She's saying it's impossible. That's not what happened. That a little dog wouldn't scratch. She has no clue. Says someone who beat up animal control over, trying to get rid of her husband's dogs or her ex-husband's dogs.
Counterparts and friends on my social media platforms
Well,
was reaching.
I retract that. Not beat up. She gave him a hard time. She gave her a hard time, I should say.
Out and sending me this picture and saying, "Did you see his arm?" Well, I've been collaborating and help like sharing information with another creator on YouTube. His name is Justice for All, and his name's Justin. And I don't like to say Justin to everybody here on TikTok.
And he's such a reliable source. He's as much a clown as the rest of you. What are you talking about? That's her new buddy, because nobody else, JLR won't work with her. Dolly won't work with her. So her new partner, I'll show you mine today from Dexter. Yeah, and she's saying that this is impossible. She's, in other words, what she's alluding to is she's saying it's a lot of significant bruising, but they're scratches. She's alluding to the fact that he did something to Sebastian, that it's not from the dog. She actually said it's not from the dogs. Yeah, my Duke, I've got scratch. Have you ever had cat scratch fever? I didn't even, as long as I had cats, I've had cats since I was a little kid. I never got affected until recently. But it is a thing. It really is a thing. But of course, my dog scratches you, you're going to know it.
Knows Justin on TikTok, totally different person, just as sweet and just as nice, right? But just totally different person.
Oh my God.
And he's the one that sat there.
Oh, so Justin is playing with these Lone Star Indie. I am so new to the true crime community, but it doesn't take long to suss out the posers. Hi, Lone Star. I'm not really true crime. I guess I'm what am I supposed? I'm not even sure what I am. I just call out the idiots. There you go. But sometimes I do, like, there is some cases that, like, we're getting ready to go over Shonda Von Ark, and the Karen Reed case. I'm so deep into that damn thing. And the Turtle Boy saga. But yeah.
There, one of them circled these, but
Justin is doing his thing. You remember how he did it with the Kylie Rodden case with the pictures? Trying to show you her in the car. Well, that is her source for telling her that these aren't dog scratches, that they are something else. Please don't blame Dexter. He's an angel. Betty is a cat. Oh, no. No, don't do that to the kitty cats. No, they deserve better.
He's the one that told me that Chris called him when that photo of Chris, being at the restaurant circulated. And Chris was more concerned about who took that photo than he was Sebastian. He went on.
No. Oh, my God. These people had been out putting out flyers. They have to eat. They sat down for a bite to eat, and you people couldn't even leave them alone to do that. Leave this family alone till you know the facts in this case. And law enforcement is not talking. And they don't owe you a damn thing. Like you demanded the other day. You can demand all you want. You're not going to get.
On Nancy Grace, him and Katie Proudfoot went on Nancy Grace last night and said basically that they didn't know that they called the Cajun Navy, even though the Cajun Navy was on. I don't think they realized the Cajun Navy was a placeholder. Excuse me,
Betty,
a placeholder on Nancy.
They did say that, and you don't know that they didn't. It could have been them and the stepdad. There is more than one person that answers the phone at the Cajun Navy. So you don't know. Okay. Whoo, I need a bowl.
Grace last night until after they told their story. And they try to say again that they called the Cajun Navy and speaking to the president. Well,
do you know that they didn't? Do you know 100% that they did not? No, you do not. Oh, my God. And what does it matter? The important point is they are there. They are there with all of the assistance they can provide to help search, to run legit, real searches, Betty. That's what's important. It don't matter who contacted them.
I think his name's Dennis, or maybe it's David Thrasher. Dennis Thrasher or David Thrasher. I can't remember the guy's name. Thrasher was on Nancy Grace's show and basically said, we haven't talked to them, but we've been in contact with Seth Rodgers. So I'm still unsure if they've even had contact with the United Cajun Navy. His mom and dad are chasing anybody that's going into that neighborhood out.
They've stated that many times, that they have. You have no reason to disbelieve them, Betty. And like I said, I'm sure there's more than one personal contact.
Literally chasing him down. I haven't made it there yet, but I'd like Mama Dukes to come out there and disrupt my my walk, because I will be searching around there and I will be on public property and I will be conducting myself in a lawful legal manner. And I hope nobody.
Betty, if it's a gated community, you have to be invited in. I don't know. I don't know if they live in a gated community, but I know around here, and you know that if it's a gated community, you have to be invited in. Don't push yourself. And his parents are allowed to say what they want, just like you are. You know, you keep saying your constitutional rights. You abuse the Constitution every day.
He interferes with my peaceful enjoyment of walking on peacefully down a road on public property. And my statement to his mother is, if you see me, you don't want to disrupt my walk, babe. You might want to do that to JLR and Dolly Vision, but you're not going to come at me like that, honey buddy. It's not going to happen. And I'll put you right in your place too. And I'll do it live and publicly. And I don't mind embarrassing people when I'm out here in the field. I don't mind doing it. I don't want to do it. This is not something I want to do.
Oh, you thrive on it. What are you talking about? You know what? You scare no one. You intimidate no one. What you're doing is letting them know that there's a loudmouth asshole coming down here to act a fool. So you can bet you're going to be on the radar of everybody, including law enforcement. Congratulations, Betty. You did it to yourself. All they need to see is this video. When are you ever peaceful? When are you ever peaceful? Someone might take that bullhorn and put it where the sun don't shine. You're pushing it.
But I'm not here for them. I'm here to find information about a 15-year-old autistic boy that is missing.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. You know what? I thought about that, Cash. I really did. That would be a perfect excuse for her. Hey, Mona Lisa. Oh, yeah. She'll have her bullhorn. Yes.
Now we got a gist of the family. Do we believe them?
We got a gist of your lies and misinformation.
Do we believe what they're saying on Nancy Grace? I do not. I do not believe anything that they're saying.
Hi, beautiful.
She left her baby behind. She told the whole world that they can't leave their house. And the first time they have an opportunity to leave their house, they run away. Day? They don't even bother searching for this boy, and they want the whole world to believe that they're innocent. And Nancy Grace is on a fact-finding mission, and God bless her, because if you guys know anything about me, I was just talking about how everybody that brings these people on there, they're too busy accusing them and not getting enough facts about the day. And Nancy Grace went on... She did her thing yesterday, and she stayed factual. She's like, that we're not in a place of judgment. I'm on a fact-finding mission. And yes, yes, and yes. Love Nancy Grace. And let me tell you about Nancy Grace. Okay. Many of you guys know that I'm absolutely in love with Nancy Grace. I think she's like my BFF. There's a few idols I have in the world. Nancy Grace is one of the idols I have in the world. The other idol I have in the world is, I don't know if you guys remember Beth Chapman. It was Dog the Bounty Hunter, Dwayne Chapman's wife. Okay. Beth Chapman. If you...
Oh, you got straight A's. You got straight A's, buddy. This is excellent. Come here. Give Mommy Kathy hugs. Oh, you got a certificate. Oh, come here. I love you. I'm proud of you. You did.
No, him.
Oh.
Look at this.
Sorry, guys. Kids just got home.
If you've noticed anything about some of the people that I love and adore, they are bold women, okay? They are bold women that don't take shit. If that tells you anything about my personality and where I come from, and you know what? Both of those women are amazing women. They love God, and they're bold. They don't take shit, I'm a godly person, but you don't want to fuck with me. Just gonna say that, you don't want to, especially out there in the field. I get people are like, Bullhorn Betty's mean, right? Bullhorn Betty's mean. Like I get that all the time. She's mean. Oh well, you know what? I'm the sweetest damn person. I treat you as you treat me. Yeah, I can be mean. I will send you back home to your mama crying. Okay, I will send you back home to your mama crying. So yeah, I can be mean. Okay, so I hope his mama and daddy don't. They see me, they just. It's Bullhorn Betty, just leave her be, because I will drop a bullhorn on your ass. These other people out there, you just.
She for real? She gonna drop a bullhorn? What? Oh, thank you, Maureen. I can't be all down. And he got a certificate. Oh. Hey, mother of two boys.
I got this one.
I know you got. That's awesome. You did a fantastic. Boy, you're gonna hurt Daddy's wallet tomorrow, huh? With all these A's. Yes, Sissy got A's too. She gonna get money too.
You can fuck with them, but you don't want to fuck with me, okay?
Mhm.
Now,
What?
joking aside,
Who? What? Do you really think that somebody is intimidated by you? Please go harass them. Make their day, because I'm sure they got a pair of cuffs for you somewhere. Make their day.
I'll just
Are you gonna have a piece of candy?
joking
Okay,
aside, they
what is going
ran
on
away.
with this? Okay, look. Okay, guys, mommy Kathy.
They left their boy behind, their missing autistic boy that they want the whole world to believe that they care about. Okay. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting that a mom would leave her son. I don't care if you had meat in your front yard with a fucking bullhorn. If you didn't do it, you stay there and fight for your son. You don't be a coward and run away. You know why? Because this is pressure. Pressure breaks pipes, and you guys are already breaking apart. You are not going to last. You fucked up. They did. They messed up. They messed up so bad. They messed up with their statements. Their timelines now all over the place. They're adding people that weren't there before. They're not assisting in the searches. They're threatening the biological dad with a lawsuit over money. And they ran away from home when people were questioning why they're not out there searching for this boy. They said that they can't go because law enforcement told them not to leave the home. And then after that, we found them at a restaurant. And when we called them out on their shit, they couldn't handle the pressure. They packed up their rig and they left town. Don't worry. We know they're in Mississippi. What? We know they're at the Yogi Bear campground. We know where they're at. They need to know that wherever they go, people on social media, we've blown this up so much. There's not a place in the United States that they can go right now to hide their pretty little faces. Okay.
You're proud of that too, aren't you? You are truly proud of that. You are one sick, twisted individual. It's none of your business where they're at or what's going on. It's not your business, Betty. But I can bet that law enforcement, if it's true that those police officers went to their home right before they left, is the reason they were told to go ahead and go. Because it is unsafe when they are getting constant threats, which I do believe was happening. You know, people like you think you're owed something. You're not owed a damn thing because you're not relevant in the case. All you do is muck it up. Keep threatening people, Betty. Keep threatening people.
Okay. Everybody and their mom is going to be reaching out to a social media creator to let them know where
No,
you are.
it's not about Sebastian when it comes to these people. It's about them. Hey, Kim. I truly believe BHB is mentally unstable. I pray they start arresting these people. Oh, no. They let the dog out. I gotta play for a minute and get my dog in the house because the neighbor's dogs are out and Bubba won't shut up.
At, my friend, it's because you should be out there searching for your son instead of hiding away from everybody else in this world. That shows guilt and it shows shame. The only people making these parents look like they're guilty is these parents themselves. That's it. So Seth Rodgers, like I said, the bio dad, has brought in the Cajun Navy. Actually, if you heard Nancy Grace, it's because of the social media creators that reached out to him. Those same social media creators that they are being disrespectful to, that they keep talking down to. Let me tell you, Cajun Navy, I'll tell you this right now. I'm a nice person. I really am. And I hope to God that when I get out there, I'll do my own thing. I don't need to be around you. Okay. I don't need a click of you like that. Okay. But let me tell you something. You come at me like you just went after Dolly and JLR. I'm not only going to blow you out of the water, we're going to start talking about your past history, which you don't want everybody knowing about how many times you threaten your volunteers or how many times you guys go after your volunteers and try to have them put in jail and try to put protection.
Live? Okay. Sorry, the neighbor kids were here to show me their report cards. I'm the mom that hands out the goodies for the good grades. Everybody comes here with their report cards. Anyway, Betty, you should have did your research before you ran your mouth. Do you know? Did you read the Better Business Bureau's pages? Because you probably read the first one that came up. It wasn't them, Betty. It wasn't them. You need to do your homework. Because you're opening yourself up for another lawsuit. That's the last thing you can handle, Betty. Because they will take you down. They really will. You got proof of all this? Show it. Show it. You're all pissed off because they put out a blanket statement for you guys to knock it off. You need to check the Better Business Bureau site, Betty. Don't just go what you get on Google, the first thing that comes up. And if you bother to read what comes up, you will see that it wasn't them. But that would require you to do a little bit of actual work.
Protective orders when you piss everybody off. So I'm not going to go into the Cajun Navy's history right now about their deplorable conduct and their unprofessional conduct when they're out on these searches. I'm not going to go there, Cajun Navy. You know why? Because I'm Bullhorn Betty, and I want to make sure that when I get into town that me and you work well together.
I'm Bullhorn Betty, so you better watch out because I'm going to destroy you on my YouTube and TikTok channels. Oh, Lord. Kathy, all she does is work so hard. That's why she's exhausted, don't you know? Yeah, okay. See, Nikki. Hey, Chris Cress. Wow, she really is an idiot. Yeah. Oh, no, VHB gonna eat a fat crow again. Poor Betty. Broke, gullible VHB. Yeah, more slander. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And you know where she's getting this info, right? She watched JLR. And JLR was showing the wrong stuff too. He was slandering the hell out of the real Cajun Navy. That's exactly where she got her info. JLR.
Okay? So I'm not going to go.
Right. United Cajun Navy, not the Cajun Navy. Yeah. And in that complaint, the first one that comes up when you Google it from the Better Business Bureau, it even says that there was fakes, trying to get donations and stuff. She didn't bother to read it, and neither did JLR. Well, JLR wouldn't care. He would put it out lies and misinformation.
Go into those types of things, and I'm not going to be hurting your feelings or being disrespectful to the Cajun Navy or their unsavory history. But I am a searcher.
God.
I'm a professional person. I have a channel with a huge platform, several channels with platforms.
You don't have a huge platform, Betty. We all know how it works on TikTok. You don't have the platform you like to think you have or you tell people have, and you don't have a huge channel on YouTube. Just because it says 24K subs, Betty, you get the same amount of views as somebody that has 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subs. You don't have the following you like to think you do. You're not threatening and intimidating anybody. Keep it up, Betty. Keep it up. I might do a fundraiser just to help them get money to sue your ass. Yeah, her audience. Yeah, gosh. Daddy's baby girl just stopping by to say hello, Mark. Oh, I hope you get to feeling better. You just rest and take care of you. So Nancy Grace seems pro Olivia. That's kind of pro Betty in disguise. I hope Grace hasn't embodied Betty to go harder at some things in particular. The trashy arm of the media storm. Well, Nancy is Betty's idol. Yeah, Betty and Spanky are now partners, according to Betty. Yeah, she needs a lot more. Well, and on TikTok, it's so easy to get people to follow you on TikTok. And she brags about her views, but I believe it was Headstones and Headlines did a really good video and broke that down and showed us how that actually works on TikTok. I mean, you don't even have to click on it and watch it. You scroll past and they get the view. And like a word in your title, I'll have to show you that. I have to remember where she put that. But yeah, Betty, you have a lot of haters on TikTok. A lot. That's why you ran from TikTok to YouTube, because of your haters. They chased you off and you waited a long time before you started doing videos over there again. Don't worry, it's going to happen again, because just for you, Betty, I have never done a TikTok video. But if you can do it, I can. I'm going to do TikTok videos just to call you out with receipts on these cases. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm.
And the Cajun Navy is going to either respect me or be disrespectful to me. But I will caution them. When Bullhorn Betty's there and you're disrespectful to me, then I go off. And when I go off, I make sure I follow every single law to a T, and make sure that when I go out there, I dot my I's. And I would like to make sure that my efforts are going to Sebastain.
Your efforts aren't going to Sebastain, Betty. They're going to you. It's all about you. Betty, you don't follow the law. You don't dot your I's. You're a miserable, lonely, hateful, mean soul. That's what you are. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. You don't know the law like you think you do. Betty, I've reviewed your court documents. You're a freaking clown. You're a joke. And you're going to get your ass handed there too. Can't wait for that day. But keep it up, because you're going to have another lawsuit. And FS Investigates hasn't forgot about you, Betty. Just remember that.
But if you ever talk to me or call law enforcement on me or have handcuffs put on me because I'm doing my job like you did to JLR yesterday, I will take my bullhorn and you will be coughing out my sequins on my bullhorn for the next year. You threaten me when I come out there to give my assistance to looking for a missing kid because you think you run the show. You've got another thing coming. I don't play those games. But what I would like to tell the Cajun Navy is I am going to be out there, and I'm going to be out there working my ass off to search for Sebastain Rodgers. And I hope that
Betty, 17 minutes of walking around bitching the whole time and streaming is not working your butt off. It's not searching for anybody. That's just getting you content. You were there to be a crime tourist. That's why I quit calling you a tragedy pimp months ago and started calling you nothing but a crime tourist, because that's what you are. You go and you take pictures like that idiot clown JLR. Who the hell cares about the bowling alley? All right. Y'all take pictures of the neighborhoods, of people's homes, and put them on your channels, which you have no right to do. You'll take a picture of a garbage can or a lake. That is nothing but content for you. That's it. Not about the kid. It's all about you. Because if you really gave two shits, you wouldn't be on here accusing the parents of the things you are. You wouldn't be on here spreading the misinformation you spread. Just saying.
we can work together. But if they think I have to work with them or I owe them some type of duty, no, I don't. You want to call the cops on me? Let me tell you, when I come out to these areas, I'm not coming out to protest. So I haven't even called my civil rights attorneys. I haven't even put them on. I've got people that are willing to represent me.
Oh my God. Now she has civil rights attorneys and people that are willing to represent her. Is she full of shit? She can't even get an attorney to represent her in lawsuit she's being sued for. And she's got that federal one coming up too for federal copyright. I mean, wouldn't she be familiar for cups? Yeah, she knows all about them handcuffs. Beth has man hands. I love that now they can be ready for her. Nothing like telegraphing her moves so they're fully prepared. Yeah, exactly. And she can get in trouble for threatening people. Oh, I would love to see them put her in her place too, crisscross. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Daddy's baby girl, you rest and you just get better. And thank you for even coming in to listen when you're not feeling good. That's awesome. But you're far more important. Pink Stripe, they're professionals. Exactly.
Be free of charge if they violate my civil rights. Okay, so I'm not even really worried about that.
You've got lawyers that want to represent you free of charge. Who the hell are you fooling? Do you really believe this crap you're spewing? No one's going to represent you for free, Betty. No one. Sorry, not going to happen. And it's not violating your civil rights when they're in charge of the searches and you're threatening and harassing and defaming them, Betty. You're the one violating anything, not them. And she ain't even there yet. She's not even there yet.
I wasn't going to be doing all that. I wasn't going to be, calling these attorney and stuff like that. But now with this nonsense here and knowing that the Cajun Navy has called law enforcement on two of the people that I know that are out there right now searching for doing absolute.
Betty, I don't know why it won't pause. That is not a violation of your civil rights, the statement they put out, Betty. That is not violating anything. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You don't have no civil attorney or civil rights attorney in your back pocket that's ready to represent you waiting on your phone call. Shut that. Please, get a shovel. Shit's getting deep.
Absolutely nothing. They weren't bothering anybody. They weren't doing anything. They were literally live. I absolutely watched exactly what happened and the harassment Cajun Navy provided them.
There was no harassment. You're butthurt over this post. That's all it's about. There was no harassment.
So the reason why I'm going on this dissertation is because if the Cajun Navy wants to act like this, I can guarantee social media will ruin that nonprofit. And I'm not going to do it because they're not pissing me off, but they are pissing people off. I'm going to go out there and do my own thing with their permission or without their permission. I don't ask people for permission to do my job. I don't coordinate with people like Cajun Navy to do my job.
They are the ones coordinating the search efforts, not you. They're the professionals. That's who the family's working with. That's who law enforcement's working with, Betty. Not you. Because, Betty, you don't work. Okay? You don't have a job. Stop it. And you're not a professional. Stop it. You're nothing but a loudmouth who thinks you know it all, but don't know a damn thing. You couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag.
I work very hard for what I do. I work for the answers to these things, and I'm not going to have a pissing contest with a nonprofit organization. What I will do is I will use my platform to say I will never give them $1 of my support because of their conduct out there in this Sebastain Rodgers case. What I will do is say I will never support their organization publicly on any of my platforms.
Betty, they don't care if you give them money. You don't give anybody money. You take money, but you don't give any. Bet you wouldn't have taken part of your YouTube check to donate soccer balls and basketballs and stuff to the school, would you? No. Bet you wouldn't take part of your YouTube money and donate it to the Cajun Navy. Ever. You wouldn't even, you gave $1 to Jen. That's right. Your $1 a day thing. Then turned around and begged for it back. Yeah, gotcha, Betty. SF Investigates was interviewed along with reps from Cajun Navy on Nancy Grace. I might have been. Beer can. I just woke up to take my BP meds and been listening for the last 10 minutes. And God, she is despicable. She has no civil rights attorney. No, she doesn't. Yeah, but Betty. Hey, Remy. I think Betty would love the attention. She would. Oh, could you imagine if she got arrested?
And anytime that they are brought up and associated with a case, I wish them the best, but I will make sure I warn everybody about their conduct with volunteers. That's what I can do as a content creator when you have a problem like the Cajun Navy being this disrespectful.
They are not being disrespectful. There was nothing disrespectful about their post. Nothing. You're butthurt because they don't want the likes of you there. They don't need no more trash there, Betty. They've got enough. Oh my God. Okay. Now, you want to say that that's what you can do, but if anybody alerts law enforcement that you're coming to town to interfere and muck up a case, oh, they're a hater, they're wrong, they're lying, they just are jealous. But it's okay for you to do. This is a legit organization, Betty, with actual real professionals. You would know nothing about that, though. You're disgusting.
To social media, which is the one that called you in to come out there to begin with. And then when you have disdain on your breath for people like me, then we have some major problems. But let me just be very clear. I will be out there in Sebastain's area. Unfortunately, I was supposed to have the car back yesterday. The mechanic called.
Why though? I mean, it's been a month. You are so jealous and envious of JLR and Dolly. You think you're going to go out there and get everything they are, and you're not, Betty. You're not. You don't have the support they have. Face it. I cannot believe the lack of self-awareness she has. She truly is insufferable. Yeah. She is unbelievable. Sounds like a victim's advocate. Let me ruin a nonprofit that looks for missing people. Yeah. Yes. That's a victim's advocate I don't want on my side. She would be wise to realize that the Cajun Navy has its own lawyers and has members that are lawyers. Yeah. Oh. That's insane. That's Couch Clips. Hey, welcome in. She's one person that I actually want to. Yeah. I have no idea, little Irish girl. She thinks she's somebody important. And she thinks she's going to rent a vehicle. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's why she's not left her house for weeks, because she couldn't handle taking the free public bus. And it was too hard to read the bus schedule. I mean, she didn't even go to the last county commissioner meetings. She never misses those. Exactly. I believe law enforcement had them leave. I mean, eventually, you have to go back to work. I mean, they have to live. But of course, they're downing them because he went back to work. They're advertising, as she just spilled, exactly where they're staying and everything. And God forbid they actually wanted to get something to eat, because, that's a no-no. Oh.
So I'm sitting tight until Wednesday. I have a funny feeling they're going to monkey F around, because I have a funny feeling that maybe something didn't get shipped out when it needed to. Whatever the case may be, I feel like this is things happen for a reason. Maybe tensions need to cool down there, because let me tell you, I have a pop mouth. I don't know if you ever heard of a pop mouth. It's not a pop mouth. It's a pop, P-O-P, pop mouth. Okay. That means I've been this way for a really long time. I have no filter on my mouth. So when I think it pops out. Okay. So if somebody's in my face screaming at me, my mouth starts going, and there's no telling what's going to come out of that mouth. Now, I tell you,
nobody was in nobody's face screaming at them other than you. And if someone does that to you, probably because it's warranted, Betty, because I can imagine the attitude you'll have. You're already going to get on there with a bad attitude. They don't need the likes of you. They don't need a trash mouth like you down there, Betty, spreading misinformation and outright lies. I mean, you've accused the dad of being an abuser, that he abuses his wife. Yeah, we got that video too, Betty. You accuse him of lying about the dog scratch. I mean, you've accused them of everything.
this mouth starts running and it's angry and aggravated, it's probably not going to stop until you're in tears. So I just want to caution people.
Couch Clip, she already disclosed their location, what campground they're staying at, and everything. Yeah, she already did that. I wish they may end up having to. I mean, these people are we don't know what happened. And until we do, you can't stalk and harass this family and threaten this family like they have. I mean, she's even threatened that if his mother says anything to her when she gets there and does her own recording and searching, as she calls it, walking up and down the neighborhood street is not searching. But she's threatened there. She's threatened the Cajun Navy. She's threatened everybody.
About that. I'm not a hard ass, but I'm also not a pushover. So I just want to make sure that everything is set up, because I'm pretty sure that the hate channels, because it's going to be posted on YouTube.
You're just a very hateful, lying ass soul, in my opinion. And my banner is up. Yeah, okay.
And hi.
Oh, come on.
Hi,
now.
thank you for your love and support. And so when this is posted on YouTube, I'm sure that the hate channels on YouTube are going to utilize law enforcement resources unnecessarily, again, as they always do with each and every one of these cases. And they're going to be calling these people and letting them know what I say. And I hope that they do.
Okay, wait a minute. Why are people joining her? What the hell? What are you... They're wasting resources. Not the 50 plus calls that have been made on you in just one case. Wasn't wasting resources. Not all the times they were called in the Wells case or the Gabby Petito case was wasting resources, Betty. Are you freaking kidding me? You're an idiot. You are truly an idiot. I hope somebody does let them know what you're saying, Betty, because your intentions are not good. You're not there to help. You're there to hinder, interfere, and spread more misinformation.
Okay, because I want everybody to understand I don't answer to the Cajun Navy. God bless them for their work. I will never support their work.
You will if that's
I've
who's in
looked
charge.
into their history.
If that's who's in charge of the search efforts, if you're there to actual search, then you need to sign up and follow their rules. But see, Betty, you're not there for that. You're there for your own greed. You don't give two shits about this child. It's all about you.
I've looked into their background, and I've looked into how they treat their volunteers and what they have done to their volunteers in the past. And I suggest every single person on social media
Betty,
to do just
you're
that.
looking at the wrong stuff. And also, you didn't look at anything. You're going by the video JLRs you watched. Because I watched it earlier, a part of it on Jones's. I wasn't in there. I couldn't stay because I had things to do. But I seen enough of it. You're going by what you watched JLR talk about. Shut up. You didn't research shit, because had you, you'd find out.
I wish them the best, but they come after me or come at me like they did Dolly Vision and JLR. You better pack a fucking lunch.
Oh,
and any law enforcement
God.
officer that wants to come and put handcuffs on me and detain me, you better be prepared for a lawsuit. And I'm going to say that with all vitriol that I can. I will now call my attorneys that I have for constitutional matters.
You don't have any attorneys. You couldn't even get an attorney to represent you in this frivolous lawsuit of yours or in the federal copyright case you got coming up. Quit your lying. You don't have any attorneys, Betty. Stop it. Now you're going to threaten law enforcement? If you break the law, I hope they do arrest your ass. You're not going to be able to sue them. Bring it, bitch. That's what they'll tell you. Bring it, bitch.
To make sure that I am protected whenever I go into that state. And it's unfortunate that I have to do this to search for a 15-year-old boy that's missing. And it's all courtesy of this nonprofit organization right here.
Because they put out a post asking you guys to stand down for 24 hours. You're really that butthurt over it. You're not even there. It just gives you something to talk about, something to bitch about. Good luck with that, Betty. Please take them on. Please take them on. Because they will destroy you, and rightfully so. I'll be there with extra buttered popcorn. Maybe some cheese on it, too.
So, Cajun Navy, I'm coming in. Got to move over and make room for the rest of us. Peace out, and God bless. Oh, by the way, this is also this morning news break, right? Breaking news updates of our cases is sponsored by our channel subscribers. So if you'd like to subscribe to this channel again, I'm sorry I didn't realize
there was no breaking news. You call everything breaking news. You had no breaking news, Betty.
I had it on for comments only. Oh, and I forgot to let me change my background so I can see your comments real quick. Hold on a second. Let me get a dark background. There we go. I'm gonna go through your questions. And again, I'm really sorry. I did not know that this thing was on. You only could be members. I still want you guys to
liar, pants on fire. You said it to subscribers only every live.
Subscribe and support.
Oh, why is this doing this?
Channel monthly, but I didn't mean to force you guys to do that is what I'm trying to say. So I apologize. Cajun Navy has been serving years now, very successful. Mayflower, and you know what? I agree with you. They have. I just can't support them. When social media calls you out there, they specifically said social media content creators is what brought them into the area for Sebastain Rodgers.
No,
and then as soon as they get in the area, they start disrespecting social media. No. Fuck no. And now they've called the cops on
When did Savage post the video? Today? I'll look at it. Social media is not the reason they're there, Betty. Social media is not the reason they are there.
Two of my friends that are out there searching. Two of them.
No, JLR don't like you. He wrote you off months ago. I don't even think Dolly really likes you. He just tolerates you.
They called the cops on them. The Cajun Navy. So they can serve successfully all they want, and they can kiss my white breaded ass as well. Call the law on me. We'll see how well it goes for you. Because I will take my platforms, and I will do everything I can. You don't want to be caught calling on Bullhorn, Betty.
Oh.
I heard of JLR, but I haven't made a face with it.
Betty, this is a nonprofit that actually finds people. That actually does help. And you're going to threaten them because they make a blanket post. Didn't specify anybody's name. But JLR and Dolly were not listening. Especially JLR. Do you really think that you intimidate or scare them? Because everything you just said just opened you up, Betty, for lots of trouble. Trouble you can't handle. And you don't have the money to fight nothing. You don't have the money for attorneys. We all know that. Wow.
He's an asshole. You don't care. Whatever. They can't find the most recent case. Is Summer Wells? Is she dead? Emma Rose, I truly believe she is. But there's other people that would, want to crucify me and come with me at a pitchfork for saying that. But it's my opinion. It's not everybody's opinion. I want to say that. But I've covered the Summer Wells case extensively, and it's a recovery mission for me.
You avoided the hell out of that case, and you still are, and you have no idea.
Since the day I started going out there, it was never to find her safe and sound. I never ever thought that. Honestly, the evidence we found never leaned toward that way.
Betty, shut up. You found no evidence. You had nothing for what law enforcement put out. Quit lying. You never have a positive thought about any of these cases. You always want the worst outcome.
Franklin, I don't even want to talk about him. He doesn't deserve the plug, to be honest with you. So I'll just leave it at that. He's somebody that hurt me really, really bad. A person I used to work with.
JLR.
He's already there. He had the cops called on him yesterday. I was sitting there watching a live because I wanted to, I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on out there. And I've got multiple friends in the area that are content creators. Their channels send them out there. So they record everything. That's what we do. And we share all that information with our audience and with each other.
Out there.
So I was plugging into Dolly Vision's live stream on YouTube, And he's sitting there talking, and it's, you know, he's some days he just sits there and stares. Okay. You know, if he doesn't have anything to talk about, and you know, some of these things are just sitting and waiting for things to happen. Right. So you're out there for hours on end. So anyways, I was there and I was just about to log off, and all of a sudden you hear him say, "Oh my gosh, there's a lot of cops that just pulled up over here." And like, he's like from a distance, and he's like, "I don't know what's going on over there. Something's going on over there." So he's getting out of the car and he's like, "Holy shit." He goes, I think it's JLR. And I'm like, huh? They're like, they got him hemmed up. And usually when you hear something like they got him hemmed up, you're thinking that your friend's in freaking, you know, like clips, you know, like bracelets. And Dolly Vision, listen to this. Dolly Vision was out with me to Savannah, Georgia, and this lady was acting all crazy and shit. And she was trying to use her car to make people, even though she wasn't going to hit us with the car, she was making us feel in fear for ourselves. And she had a bullhorn, and she went to swing a.
She was not, and she wasn't swinging that bullhorn. We've all seen all the videos and all the different angles. God, can you tell the truth about anything? She wasn't trying to hit you with a damn car. She wasn't swinging no damn bullhorn. You are such a pathetic liar.
Bullhorn at one of the people, and Dolly grabbed it out of her hand, like literally ripped it out of her hand. She
wasn't trying to hit nobody. He assaulted her. I ain't an Aileen fan, but he assaulted her. Why she didn't pursue, never mind, I know why. But anyway, oh my God, I cannot. This woman is, oh.
Yeah, he can do that. So he didn't do anything to her except help somebody else.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. You're right, Chris. It wasn't a big deal. She's making it out. They're all making it out more than it was. But do you really expect any less from them? I don't.
Because of course they called the cops on him and tried to say that he abused this lady. No, she was trying to swing a bullhorn at somebody and he ripped it out of her hand.
No, she wasn't swinging the bullhorn. Quit lying. There's plenty of video out there to prove otherwise.
Long story short, so we protested him slap out of jail. He wasn't going to get a bond out. We went up there. I got my bullhorn out. We live streamed it. The sheriff.
Do you know that Quentin Simon's mom had court today, and none of them have mentioned one thing about that? Yeah, of course not. They can't ride that money train no more.
Sheriff's running out saying, "Please don't do this to my staff." I'm like, let him go. Let's move us all along really quickly. Let's go ahead and get Dolly up out of jail. Tell us what we owe for bond. We're just going to go on our way. We'll get out of your hair, sir. No problem. No problem. So
Betty,
that no
you
bond.
didn't even try to put up bond, number one, because you don't have money like that, Betty. We all know that. Number two, Molly tried, but her credit card got denied for insufficient funds. And then the bail bondsman, he ended up not having to pay anything. If you're going to tell a story, at least tell it right and tell it factual, not delusional.
Ended up being an easy bond to post very, very quickly, and our boy was out of jail very, very quickly. So I had a funny feeling if anything like that happened to JLR, whether I liked the man or not, we would be out there with bullhorns getting that man out of jail. And this whole story would be a whole different story. So I really hope that the rhetoric from the Navy, the crazy Navy or whatever, the Cajun Navy, tampers down. I don't answer to them. I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to coordinate with them, especially after everything they've done right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my distance away from them.
They don't want to work with
I never
you.
see them again. That's really what I'm going to do when it comes to the Cajun Navy. I'm just letting you guys have your own opinions about these organizations that you want to, but I'm entitled to mine. And when you start trying to throw people that I work with.
Slandering somebody is not an opinion. You slandered the nonprofit all over a post asking people to step down for 24 hours. When you trespass, the cops are going to be called. Oh boy, I hope you show up down there. And I hope things are still as shook up as they are. And you go out there trying to think you're something you're not. And you're somebody's boss. Because girlfriend, you're going to get put in your place real quick. I dare you to assault the grandmother. I dare you.
In jail, you lost my attention. You lost support. I mean, I'm sure everybody in my chat can understand that. Oh my God, you never know what happens in the South. That's the crazy part about it, though. Well, you know what? I'm from the South. I was born and raised
No,
here in
they didn't,
Manatee
Mona
County,
Lisa.
Florida. My family
They
pretty
never
much
paid
built,
no bond.
the early parts of this. My county wasn't even a county when my family got here, right?
Oh, here we go. Shut up, Betty. Your family did not, were not the Pilgrims in Florida. Stop it. Stop it. You're a clown and you're not liked at all in your town. And I know that for a fact. See, unlike you, I do research. I still haven't found one person that will admit that they like you.
So I'm from the South. I'm from the South. I'm, and I'll tell you right now,
Hey,
one thing about me is I've been to jail before. I don't mind going to jail. I mean, when I used to go to jail, it was for stupid shit because I used to drink a lot, do drugs. I was in a bad place in my life in my 20s.
Oh,
as
you're
you
lying.
grow up and you let some.
You're lying. It wasn't in your 20s, Betty. You're lying. It wasn't. You're talking. So DV is stupid shit. That's something. And you're an advocate. You're lying. It wasn't just in your 20s, Betty. You beat up your own mom. You strangled your husband or ex-husband. You got busted with drugs. You got a DUI. You were naked, had pants from the waist down, naked. That's not stupid shit, Betty.
Some of those things go and you heal, life gets a little different for you.
And
But
10 years ago, Betty, you weren't in your 20s. You were still doing that shit in your late 30s, Betty. And you still do it. And you're going to get caught again. Only this time your mommy's not going to be able to write letters to the judge because you're going to do something that's not a family member and they're going to pursue the charges. The only reason why you didn't go to jail, Betty, is because your ex-husband and your mom would not cooperate. That's why.
But you never know. You always remember where you came from. There's one thing that I can never take away from me, right?
Yeah,
And
she
no
got
matter how much
arrested. She had drugs on her. She had no pants on. Nothing from the waist down.
book smarts I get, I can never take away my streets, right? I can never take away my street smarts. I can never take away the stuff that I learned out there in them streets. And
you don't have
that's
street
what carries
smarts.
me through these difficult times in these cases because I've been through a lot.
You don't have street smarts. You were. You wish you had street smarts. Mommy always got, and daddy always got you out of your problems that you created.
In my life, like many of you have. My life wasn't easy. I had a lot of abuses, a lot of childhood trauma. I went to drugs and alcohol. I almost lost my life. I cleaned my life up. I turned my life over to God, and I chose to take my time, the rest of my time here on earth, to give back. And so at first it was to give back politically because I thought we were all victims of our government, which we still are victims of our government. But then it came to other victims, not just all.
Nope, Betty. Again, you're not telling it as it is. You didn't start doing this until your little sister got a job as the real media as a news anchor. And I didn't want to go there, but I'm tired of her shit. You're lying. You did it because you were jealous of your little sister. So you thought you could do it the shortcut way, like Betty's always does everything without any education, training, or experience, that you could just pop on TikTok and be the media. Don't work that way. It's out of jealousy you did it, Betty.
All of us. It started becoming about, Gabby Petito, and that's the one that sucked me into the true crime genre. And then I realized there were real victims out here that needed a strong voice and somebody that didn't mind, making waves in these cases to get to the answer, didn't mind applying pressure. It's just taking my skills from politics and applying it to true crime in all reality.
Betty, you don't have any skills in politics. You are not some big political activist. You're a little local county that you go to the town meetings and you did used to harass the school board. That's the extent of it. I showed the videos of you threatening to burn the councilman's house down. And then you went after a local reporter because she told the truth about you. about your criminal history and everything else, Betty. Remember the article that was written about how you were using your dad's office to run background checks on people? Yeah. Okay, Betty.
And
You're no
that's
activist.
where Bullhorn Betty was derived. I've always had a bullhorn in my hand because I've always been a protester.
No, you have not always been a protester. Quit lying. You stole the name from somebody who's deceased.
The political realm. It's just I never really got my name until I went to the true crime world. But I can tell you, we've brought a lot of answers to social media. We've changed the dynamic of true crime. We've changed the dynamic.
You've done not what?
Citizen journalists.
You're not a journalist, Betty. You are a nuisance. You are a heckler. You are no advocate and you are no activist. You're a clown. You muck up cases, you interfere, you spread misinformation, and you outright lie. You tell me one family, one victim and their family that you actually helped, where you've actually done something just for them. And I'm not talking about Layla Centinello. We already know how you mucked up and gave misinformation out in that case. And you still won't backtrack on what you said. And it was proven that that wasn't her. But you still run with it, Betty. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground.
We've pioneered going out and filming from the scenes and not leaving up to mainstream media.
You didn't pioneer what? That was being done before you. You haven't even been on here that long. To pioneer nothing. You didn't pioneer nothing. Idiots were doing that before you came to YouTube. They were doing it before you went to TikTok. You started this media stuff thinking you could bypass everything that your family member did to get her position and you could outdo her. Jealousy. And Betty, you suck at it.
We've done a lot over the years.
My opinion.
And I'm very blessed with what we've done. You know, there's 3 people here that changed the landscape on social media.
Who?
And we're watching the fruits of that labor flourish. And we're watching it flourish right here on this case.
You guys showed us what a tragedy pimp is, what a child exploiter, what a victim exploiter is. You showed everybody what not to do, not to act like you. You and JLR and Dolly didn't pave the way for anything good. Oh my God. Jesus. Is she for real?
When you see all of those social media content creators actually out there helping searching, that didn't happen once upon a time. People sat at their home behind the computer talking about these cases from their home. We're forcing them out in the field to talk about these cases from the front lines. And when you're out there and you have a body out there, guess what they're doing? Whether they like it or not, they're actually helping because they can't help.
Betty, you're nothing but a crime tourist. You don't provide any pertinent information ever. You muck up cases. You lie. You spread misinformation. You don't help. You haven't forced anybody out to do nothing, Betty. As soon as you realized that you could grift and make money and not have to work, that's what you did. And that's what you do.
But to talk to people. They can't help but to look around. They can't help but to participate
that
in the
has
search.
Nothing to do with you.
So I'm very blessed with that. All right, guys. You guys have heard me.
I was joining search teams long before there was a Bullhorn Betty. Besides, you're not the real Bullhorn Betty. You know, that name, actually, I don't understand. I think it's because the woman died. Too bad her family doesn't stop you from using her name. You're a nuisance, Betty.
Me bitching and complaining enough. The Cajun Navy,
What? Okay, honey, I'm live. I'm going to be a little bit.
I think they need to keep to searching for people in natural disasters, because I can tell you they're going to be mixing with the true crime
Neighbor
community
did
like oil
bring
and
me his
water. And I can
report
tell you
card.
at this case, at this juncture, this is not working out. This is not going to be a partnership that I will ever work with again. I definitely will not be calling the Cajun Navy in for any other case. This was a hot mess. This was disgusting. And, fuck them and shame on them for that matter. So, and you know what? At the end of the day, even Riley Strain, what did they do? You know who did everything in that case? Social media. So, and I have a funny feeling that's what's going to happen in this case as well. So we'll see how it works out. But the Cajun Navy,
God.
we're not working with them no more. Nope.
Betty, they don't want to work with you. Bet on that. They already were aware of who JLR was. And even Seth, the dad, said no, he wanted no parts of JLR. He already was aware of who he was.
Let them go to mainstream media, because they don't need the help of social media. And social media probably shouldn't.
No, they don't need the help of trash like you. When has she called the Cajun Navy in on one of her big cases like she's really somebody? Yeah, she thinks she is. No, Betty, it's not what was happening. There have always been influencers and searchers. They just didn't lead job cases. Exactly. Hey, Death Grips.
Be talking about them anyways, as much disdain as they have for social
Oh,
media.
no,
If you don't believe me, go to just about any of their press conference, and you will hear them talking down to social media yet again. Well, screw you. We are powerful, and we can rock the world. And not only that, but we find answers to these cases.
What answers? What information, factual information, have you ever provided? I'll wait. I'm still on Nora's terms. I'll wait. We'll be waiting till hell freezes over. You really think you've actually helped? Girl, seek help. Seek help.
They may find people out there in natural disasters, but this is a much different type of situation.
Oh,
God
my
bless
God.
You.
They are trained professionals, Betty.
I'm obsessed.
You are not. There's the difference. They are trained. Honey, I'm live. Can you please? I'm working. Well, not working, but I'm like. Sorry, the neighbor kids keep coming over wanting this, wanting that. I keep telling them I'm live, not working. I didn't mean it, but they're kids. They don't understand. It's not a job to me. But they don't understand, and they keep coming over every 2 minutes. Can I have this? Can I have that? Go home. And they can see I got my headset on and I'm talking and stuff, and they still don't. That frustrates me. You give them candy once and they never leave your door. Look at her with the mom's pic in her background. Yeah, she, oh, I hate when she says we. Me too. She wishes that the Navy would work with her. She wishes. She really wishes. You're not kidding, Beer Can. Cost of living is crazy. Foster them out. They live on the other side of the back, but they'll nag the hell out of me if I'm outside. And they're just kids, so what am I going to say, But I can't always provide them with, I'm not rich, and I also have 2 of my own, But they like to show me their report cards because they get goodies. And I gave them all a bunch of goodies yesterday, which pretty much emptied out the goodie jar. And there's 4, but 3, one's in junior high and the other 3 are in elementary school. And every morning at 8 o'clock, they're at my door. And I keep telling them, no, my husband works nights. He needs to sleep. Please. He's going to get pissed one of these days and tell you can't cut through the yard no more. But Children should never be seen or heard. Betty taught me that. Yeah. Wow, mine don't know that. Neither do the neighbor kids. I mean, I like the little kids. I do. But they got to understand, I have a little 6-year-old. He's little. He's little for his age. And the one's in 5th grade and the other one is in 7th grade. They are too big, and they're big boys, to play with my little 6-year-old on the trampoline. Not having it. And then I found out the neighbor told me they were coming over. I didn't understand how the brand new trampoline net got all ripped. My neighbor showed me from her camera, it was them. All 4 of them were on there while we weren't home, and they ripped the net. Do you think their parents are going to replace it? No. No. They shouldn't come in and get into anybody's stuff when you're not home. It's okay, beer can. I do too. But what I'm going to do is, nonsense is going live. You got nieces. Well, see, these aren't even my kids. But, I feel for them, and I know that it's a rough situation with them. So I always make sure I get them a little something for Christmas. And I know they don't get much for Easter. So I always make sure I get them a little something for Easter. I can't help it. I can't. I don't know. And now I feel bad because I told him he had to wait to show me his report card. Now I feel like he's shit. Because, the parents care less about his report card. And he's excited to show me. The other ones got theirs yesterday. The other half of the school got them today. My daughter got hers yesterday. My son got his today. And that's what the other brothers got theirs yesterday. This one got his. And they have really bad grades, but he brought them up, so. Oh, yeah, I had to, Chris Crest. Yes. That trampoline, Do you know what it cost to replace the netting going around it? Shit. My husband was pissed. And you don't do it when no one's home. I've laid down rules with them. I said, look, you ask permission. If I'm home, I'll even let them come swimming. But then I caught them trying to sneak in here to go swimming when we weren't home on my camera. I see, I can't have that. If something would happen to one of them, I would get sued. And they tried to actually rip the screen to unlock the screen door to get in here. I can't have that. And that was the oldest one that did that. The younger ones wouldn't do that. But the one that's in 5th grade, he's always in trouble. He's always getting kicked off the bus. He's always getting suspended from school. And they just need some attention. They need someone that, they just need a parent, to be honest. The older one that's in 7th grade, he's always in trouble. In fact, he just set fire down at the park. He just set a fire down at the park in the wooded area and got caught last weekend. The 2 younger ones, I try to keep them around as much as possible so they don't. I'm trying to keep them from falling, It's rough because mom's works a lot. And when she's home, she's too tired. And dad's not there much. And when he is, he's in his room. Grandpa lives there, but Grandpa doesn't pay them no attention. So it's, they're pretty much on their own all the time. And I just feel bad for them. The youngest one's is the same age as my daughter, 8. But they don't understand. Dallas is only 6 and he's little. And all 4 of them can't be on the trampoline with him. They're way too. The 2 older, the 7th grader looks like he's in 10th grade. He's a big boy. And Dallas don't care. Dallas will get right up there with him, but I do because I don't want him hurt. I don't know. I got to figure it out because apparently me setting boundaries and rules has failed. Because here they come again. I told you, here they come again. I'll go find some lollipops or something for them. They'll go away. They know Easter's around the corner, and they know that I always get them a little something, but they don't get it till Easter. I wanted to take over Easter eggs and hide them for them, but I know the big brother would just take them all because that's what he does. I had to stop the one brother, the 5th grader, from beating up the 3rd grader in my yard. I mean, he was hitting him with a stick. I lost it. I was like, no, number one, you never, ever hurt your brother. Number two, you don't ever pick up a stick and hit anybody. Sometimes I feel like they're my kids because I'm the only one that's parenting them. And I shouldn't be because I'm just a neighbor. Yeah, if they get hurt, I'd be sued. If they'd have got in here and got in that swimming pool and something happened to one of them, you can bet they'd have sued the hell out of me or tried to. Yeah, they have to respect boundaries, and that's what I'm trying to get them to understand. And I kept telling them I'm live. You could see I'm live. And they, and now I feel bad because he just wanted to show me his report card. Which, because he knows I give goodies for good grades. But they listen to me, though, as far as like the schoolwork and the reading. I'll tell them what they have to read in their book. And, the next morning they'll come and tell me about it because they read it. I don't know. But I'm going to call him back. I see him. He's right over there over the ditch. I'm going to call him over here so I can look at his report card and give him a lollipop. And that's all the mom would have to do. The mom or dad or grandpa. All they have to do is give them a little bit of attention. I know it's hard when you have to work, but there's other adults. Come on, they're kids. They beg for. That's why they get in so much trouble, the 2 older ones. And then they have an older sister. She's in high school. She's almost out of high school. They've been in and out of the system. So, yeah, it's not a good situation. They live in a really nice house. I mean, but there you go. That don't mean anything. Just because you drive nice cars, live in a really... Huh? Yeah. No, what? Now, I just lost it because now they just came over here with their big brother. I just lost it and kicked him out of my yard. I'm over that. Yeah, I don't think so. I've sent many papers over there. But now I just freaked out and yelled and kicked him out of the yard. The big brother came over and told me I had no business telling his brothers to wait because I'm busy. Yeah. Yeah, Nonsense is live. I'm going to come back later if I get that video. I'm waiting for someone to send it to me that is looking for it. They have it, they think. They hope, because they used part of it. But I'm waiting on someone to send it to me. But there's a live of Betty's I want to go over where she actually accuses Sebastian's father of being a batterer, of battering his wife. Yeah, it's bad. But I want to watch Nonsense's live. So I'm going to get off here. Yeah. Yeah, he just come over and said, why are you talking to people about, I didn't make no kid go missing. And you need to give them lollipops. I'm like, get out of my yard. Oh, she's really going to get the attention after this distortion. Yeah. But I will probably come back it'll be after I get the kids in bed. So it'll be probably about 8:30. But I want to review the one live that I didn't get to yet today. And hopefully I'll have the rest of that short live that she took down because she didn't want no one to see it. Accusing, Jen Soto being arrested. I showed you the short video that Hills made, but I want the whole live because that was just part of it and there was more. But she took it down, of course. You should sew the netting. Yeah. No, you can't. You can't. It's ruined. I had to order one. Okay, guys, let's head over to Nonsenses. And I'll see you guys over there, or I'll see you later on when I come back. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you, mods. Thank you. All right. See you all in a bit. Bye.